can we finish the first? And that's what we said. His corner would probably ask for more than the same. And of the two, that I think they'd be very happy at this.
Definitely. It's going to become harder to kind of put submissions on the longer we go into the rounds. As you can see, they're very sweaty there. And Peter's going for one or two things with a high guard, but it's slipping off.
Now, a referee standing them up there, I think that's a good call, because obviously at the semi-pro level, when there's no ground and pound, you've got to be working the whole time.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Two short right-hand attempts by Shelford, and they both missed the target. He's definitely more comfortable on the ground, I feel, but you just felt that when you get this opportunity... Oh!
Peter was going for a guillotine there, but kind of slipped off as they hit the mat.
And in that respect, he has been a bit unfortunate. He's unfortunate right at the beginning of the first round they got him in that position. And again, the first time he ties for a real offensive, he's back where he started through a slip. So it's not been the luckiest of debuts for him.
No, not at all. And as I said to you, as the fight goes on, you're going to see more of that, because they're going to get sweatier. So it's harder to get those submissions on.
But with that in mind, if the referee does stand them up again, you'd like maybe one of the two men to really take a chance on their upright game and maybe go for it that way.
Yeah, I mean, the corner needs to be saying to Peter, he needs to kind of work on his striking, bring some kicks into it, and be the aggressor when it goes to the ground. Don't wait for him to shoot.
As you can see, passionate corners there. But again, as the clock's ticking and you look at the round overall, I would be, if I was a judge, looking to Shelford's corner again to award those points.
Well, he's just got mount position there, but Peter is still holding on to the guillotine, but that can burn your arms out, so Peter needs to be aware of that and be conscious that if it's not on, not to burn his arms out.
And at the moment, Shelford looks very comfortable, so I would say it isn't on at the moment. He certainly doesn't look worried.
Well, to pull that off, you've got to be mighty strong. He needs his legs out around his stomach to make that a successful finish. It's going for the armbar again.
And there's that slipperiness you talked about. It's a mixture of things, isn't it? It's the slippery sweat, it's the inexperience. But for the first time, Cray finds himself in a position where he can work, but you just feel that Shelford is always looking for the arm. He's always thinking, even when he's on the base there.
Glenn's got a lot of heart. Peter's got a lot of heart. Sorry, you can see he's not out of this fight at all.
And as we're so far advanced into the second round, he really must maximise these opportunities, mustn't he?
For sure. I mean, we've got one round left. Peter needs to do something different here. He does need to change the strategy of the game. Like I said, he needs to get off the ground, maybe work some strikes a little bit, then shoot for the takedown.
So as the second round comes to an end, although he had limited success at the end of that second, personally on my scorecard, that would be 2 rounds to Shelford. Would you agree with that, Wesley?
I'll say you're probably right. I'll say you're probably right there, Malcolm.
Now, as you saw there in Peter Cray's corner, big hugs for him. There was a wry smile for him. Whatever's going on, I think he's enjoying himself there. And for the first time, there's just a little look of frustration on Shelford's face, as if to say, what more do I have to do?
Quite, I can see that as well. As I said to you before, Peter does have a lot of heart, and you can see he's not out of this fight. He wants to win. So third round, his corner will be saying, go in for the finish. You know, go for the submission, go for the strike, leave it on the mat. I'm sure he will do.
I'd like to pick you up on that, because I think he needs to do that. I've got him 2 rounds behind.
I'd agree. I'd agree. He does need to do that. But he's not out of this fight. You can see there's still a confident look in his eyes.
And that's the other thing I'd like to pick up on. Although, as I said, Shelford looked a little bit frustrated, you can't fault the cardio on these two men.
No. Well, again, going back to the camps, this just shows that the camps are doing thorough training, you know.
So, round 3, and we really need a big round from Cray, possibly a stoppage. He felt that low kick, though, Wesley, for the first time.
You saw the wince on his face, didn't you?
Yes, you did see the wince on his face, and it's upright for the longest time and back to where the first 2 rounds ended up. But for the first time, Cray in ascendancy, and I think you're right. I think his corner have told him, you really need to work here.
And there's that reversal again.
Yes, Shelford, he's so neat at doing that. He's a very sweet mover on the floor. And as you said, it shows composure and it shows those drills in the training camp.